Hello everyone, welcome to episode 22 of the Let's Play series. So here it is, early morning with the sun rising over the beach. Beautiful morning here, some squid swimming around, and we got all the tracks laid in. This has been a holy crap of a project. We got this blue trim all the way around, which obviously it looks like I missed a couple of places, so we'll have to get that fixed up. Let's see, this took a crazy amount of materials to do. We have a little bit of concrete powder left. We're going to need to turn some of this into concrete to get this finished up. We did do the minecart drop-off station here and the redstone for it. We haven't hooked up the hopper chains. I'm thinking that this is a little too big of an area. The minecart may be able to do one side of this, like down to the end, but not back in 5 minutes, so ink sacs are going to despawn. Might have should have thought about that. Might have should have thought about that before I built this whole project. I don't know, we might slim it down. We got to do some testing. We just barely got this thing finished. So let's see, I'm going to jump on getting this stuff fixed here around the edge. And then I think we're going to start placing guardians, one over here, one over there, maybe one right where I'm standing, one over the beacon. I don't know exactly. We'll see how they, if I can stay close enough proximity so that these guys will swim around. Hopefully they don't bunch up, but we will see. But before we do any of that, moving the guardians around and getting this thing hooked up and a minecart pushed around, let's go ahead and build the filter. So we're in the storage room for all of our different farms, such as the cactus and slime, pumpkin melons, wheat, carrots. We're going to hook up these ink sacs, the squid farm, to this same area back here. We've left this open for many different materials to be farmed, and this is just another one. I didn't think we were going to build this big stupid farm, but we did. So I think I've done this once before on camera. I don't have any sandstone, so I'm just going to use these stone bricks. Hope you guys don't mind. Oh, maybe I'll come back and change it. It doesn't matter. You guys and myself are the only ones really seeing this. This is just a behind the scenes item sorter. I mean, it doesn't matter that it's mismatched blocks. Let's see. I'm still kind of fizzled from the whole digging out and placing. So I would have to place one row of concrete powder, turn it into concrete, then place the rails down, place my redstone torches to power the rails, and then do the next row, and then the next row. And that was just it, back and forth like that, and it is taking, or has taken, a incredible amount of time and materials. So, all right, this is just a simple impulse overflow protected item sorting design. If you guys haven't seen it before, very simple. Let's see. I'm gonna need something. So we'll place a hopper in here like so. This will be our filter for the items. Of course, stuff's gonna start coming in here because I don't have the filter set. Let's see. I think we'll just use glass, I guess. There we go. I have 41 items. Plus the 4 slots plugged up with something that shouldn't ever be in the system, which is blue glass. And that is the filter set. Now we just have to hook up the minecart and the hopper chain into this item elevator and stuff that's behind, or that feeds this whole system. So I've actually gone through down here and found where the hopper comes or will come down once I hook it up, and it's not too far away from this whole area here. We'll just pop in here like a so, and we can actually hook it right up to this hopper chain here, which is our main feed for all of our farms. So let's dump the rest of this stuff off. It will be disposed of properly. So here's a quick little tunnel back, and this hopper should be almost directly above us here. Hopefully. If I did all my planning out of my map. Now let's see. So as far as building this, I should have shrunk this thing down because I used, I had to go back and forth to the mesa quite a few times to get some gold. I think I used all in all, let's see, 4, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in the 10 stacks of gold ingot range just for the powered rails. And until I do some testing, I'm not 100% sure on how well this thing's going to produce. Plus, who is going to use that much ink? This was just one of those farms that I thought it'd be a good idea. I didn't realize how big that bay was until I really started tackling this project. And crap, I just broke some redstone. So, oh well, we built it. It's done. It doesn't matter. Yes, this is our minecart loader guy right here. And I broke it. I was off by 2 blocks. You see that? Alright, so let's see, we had... How'd I do this? Oh, not redstone there. That'll create a clock. I think I had a torch here, and I think I had a repeater here. Like so. I have been down in here and kind of watching the squid spawn as well. It seems like a good place. I think I'm going to be just out of range, though, of the guardians, so they won't swim around. And that's kind of a big requirement for this farm here. Otherwise, these guys will just kind of sink to the bottom and hold their position. And we really don't want that. So, let's see. I do want to change this stone brick right here. Concrete, and that looks better. And there we go. So we'll let that thing go. We're not going to time it or anything. I'm just going to hope that it works. I think it's going to work. I just think that things are going to despawn. Now the goal is to hook this hopper chain up to the rest and then do some testing. Well, we got to release the guardians as well. So my inventory is getting crazy. So with the while we connect this hopper chain up, in regards to gold, I was needing so much gold for the powered rails. I thought to myself, you know what? Let's just go to the top of the nether. Let's go ahead and just build us a gold farm. See if we can use one of those donut designs or whatever, and try it out. You know, we did some mob testing in the last episode, or a couple episodes ago, and got prepared, got our ender pearls. We've already actually got a spot dug where we're fighting the wither, trapping them in the bedrock. I've never done that before. Wanted to see if it actually works. It does. That's how I got the second beacon. Anyway, got all of our stuff. Was smart. We disabled our autosave and saved before we attempted it. I haven't been to the top of the nether in a long time, so I don't know if anything had changed. And it's a good thing that I did do this, because it's blocked off. I don't know if it's barrier blocks or what exactly it is, but you cannot get to the top of the nether. I actually jumped over into a creative world to see what was going on. I know a couple patches, a couple of updates ago, you could get up there, but you had to get above the first 5 blocks above the bedrock before you could actually move around freely. So I thought this was the same thing. When I went to creative, I just obviously kept a few ender pearls with me. And you can do this weird glitch where you ender pearl up, and then you can put a block below you, and then ender pearl up. And I mean, I went up, I don't know, 100 blocks like that. And yeah, they've got it blocked off. So we couldn't build a gold farm and had to go to the mesa and actually do some mining. It was kind of fun. So here we are back in our little tunnel. Oh, I just showed you guys this just a little bit ago. And we will connect this up real quick and then do some testing. I've got 2 mesas in this world. I went to one, was able to do some mining, some caving. Got about 4.5 stacks of gold ore. And then we decided to go over to the other mesa, the original mesa that we found. And I found an abandoned mine shaft, all surface, but there was no real access to head down underground. So we didn't really get much gold from that. As a matter of fact, I didn't find any cave access points. And we had just raided 2 ocean monuments that were within 50 blocks of one another. And so that's pretty much all we had was the 16 gold blocks that you can get from there. But that was enough to finish it up. So, let's see. Alright, a couple more hoppers to finish this up. Sorry about the babbling. There we go. We'll close this back up because we shouldn't ever need in here. We'll throw some light in here for no apparent reason other than because. So I want to take and lock one of these hoppers so that I can see how well the items are going to come in. Make sure that our, oops, fell in a hole. Make sure that our minecart is actually working and dispensing the items. Now I know that these minecarts do not, let's see if this works. I thought that locked a hopper. Maybe just placing it here. Anyway, I know that the minecarts do need quite a bit of items to get them to stop. Dang it, that didn't work either. You know, oh, you know what? We'll just place a block above it. That'll power the block, powering the hopper, stopping the items from flowing. Anyway, the minecarts need, like a stack of items before it'll stop on the minecart unloader. So I wonder if that's actually going to work. So we're going to go do some testing, and I will come back to you guys hopefully here soon if everything works out. Alright, here we are back on the beach watching another beautiful sunrise. We've got, let's see, we got the ring around the squid farm. Eventually I do want to put glass like this all the way across here so the guardians can't get out, but this is kind of what's in my inventory, and then I've got this glass over here, and that is definitely not going to be enough. These guys will swim out or jump over out of the water if you're standing within range, obviously, to make them walk, and we don't want that happening. So before I get going too crazy, I want to pull this beacon down and then release these guardians and let this thing go. I did dump some items out in here, kind of strewed across this thing. It doesn't, like I was saying in the last clip, it kind of seems like everything's a little too spread out because I did kind of go crazy with this. I might want to slim this thing down. I don't know yet. The last little clip there, you guys saw me blowing some charged creepers. I had 8 in total to blow, one of which I recorded, but I don't know what happened to the footage. We do now, in total, have 4 skeleton mob heads, 4 creeper heads, and 4 zombie heads. So that's kind of neat. Done a lot of AFK in between all these different scenes in the last 2 episodes. And woke up one morning, there was only 1 charge creeper in there. Checked it again the next day, there was 4. Then there was 6. Then there was 7. I blew one just before that whole pack ended up spawning. It's pretty awesome. I don't know how many skulls we're actually going to want to get before we kind of disable the farm. But, and then I don't know what we're going to use the skulls for. Pretty much built that farm, same reason I built this farm, because why not? Gave me something to do. Alright, there's the beacon done. Now we need to release the guardians. Get them spread out a little bit and then release them. So I'm going to try to do one in about every corner. One in the middle. Hopefully that's kind of just a good starting. Hopefully these guys don't bunch up like I was saying. They will have a tendency to do that. They'll bunch up and then they'll just sink to the bottom. Especially if you're not within, what is that? 16 blocks or 23 blocks or something like that, where the mobs will actually move around. So far so good. These guys are killing them. Maybe we should just leave them in the dang boats. But that'd be no fun. But you can see the squids are spawning in real good. Hey man, focus on the squids, not me. There we go. Yeah, some killing's happening. Like I said, I think that minecart's booking it, man, but I don't know that it's going to be enough. So we're going to have to go AFK. Give me my glass back. See how this actually, how well this thing works. And then I'll let you guys know in the next episode how it went. And I did want to show this. See, I got 4 of each skull. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Very talkative, kind of me waffling on about too much stuff. I'm going to get the rest of this glass done. I need to go dig some sand. Like I said, watch this thing in action. I need to stand kind of right above it to make sure these guys are moving, but that's going to do it today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, leave a like if you did. Comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time.